I'm back. Oh my god, is that Zaza? Where's Zaza been at? Y'all, Instagram done banned me from going live and all types of stuff. I've been too busy being famous on Twitter anyway. On X anyway. If you're not following me on X, you're missing out, okay? I done got retweeted by the likes of Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro. Okay. I got Jess Pearly things trying to get me on her show. I'm almost at 20,000 followers. So Instagram's kind of got pushed to my secondary favorite app since they want to ban me from going live. I tried to go live a couple weeks ago. They told me I was banned. Pardon me? How y'all been? How y'all been? How's life been? How's 2024 been? How's communism? How's everything else been? How have y'all been? Because I've been superb. Just followed you on here. I followed you on X a week ago. Thank you, Hurricane793. Shout out to you. You're based. If you're following me, you're automatically based. Unless, of course, you hate me. And that's why I'm going live tonight. I have a gentleman who commented under one of my videos that I posted about 10 weeks ago, which was a live debate that I had with two other communist ladies, black women, who were explicitly racist towards white people. And, they were arguing that all white people are evil, all white people are the devil, and they're prejudiced, aka racist, and they're fine with that. And I was like, hey guys, that's pretty fucking racist for y'all to say. That's all I was saying. The guy in the comment section who I'm going to be debating with today, allegedly, if he doesn't stand me up, he said that, the job of a black conservative is to preserve white supremacy, or something along those lines. So he basically called me a white supremacist, or a white supremacist adjacent person, despite me being pretty colored. So I'm hoping that he makes an appearance tonight, because I would love to have this conversation on camera. I've been itching to have another debate. People been standing me up and all that, so I kind of was just like, you know what, whatever. And then Instagram stopped me from going live. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just go to Twitter instead. That's fine. My story on why I left the Democratic Plantation just hit 2.4 million views. It just keeps going viral, because it went viral like back in August and almost hit 1 million views. It had like 700,000 views on X, 600,000 views on YouTube. It's still up. My video is circulating the internet. It's places it's posted I probably don't even know about, because I ain't got no watermark on that video. Ain't nobody tagging me in that video, so the video just exists. Okay, there's JT Havin. That's the guy I'm going to be debating tonight. So let me go ahead and send him he sent me a request. Okay, let's get this started. Let's get this party started. We're going to be discussing definition of white supremacy. All right.
Hello, how you
Hello.
doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good, tired, good. How's everything?
Everything's great. I really appreciate you for coming in. People be standing me up and all that, but I see you're ready. You're not playing with me. I love that. I
Listen,
really
man,
appreciate that. I
I'm
didn't
ready
want to
to
have this
talk.
conversation.
Yeah, I love this type of conversation. I'm down. What's up?
Thank you. All right. So I was telling everybody who's watching that the premise of this conversation is going to be about the definition of white supremacy.
Yes,
I was telling them about the comment that you had left under my previous live debate, where you said the job of a black conservative is basically to preserve white supremacy,
yes,
or something along those lines.
yes, that's
So
exactly right.
you believe that I'm preserving white supremacy with my
I
content?
don't believe you, like, yourself, basically. I just believe that conservatism is, mostly in America, only job is to preserve white supremacy. So, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, most of their job is to protect whiteness and white supremacy, really. So
Okay.
it's not just you; it's really just conservatism. Period.
But okay, so that does include me, because I
Yes,
do
yes,
classify
because
myself as a
you're a
conservative.
conservative. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's start with like defining these terms, because
Okay.
I found that these terms tend to have a lot of different definitions among different people. So let's just get this straight. So what would you define as whiteness, first of all?
Whiteness. Listen, I'm a regular person. I'm not a scholar. I ain't go to college. I
Look, I
don't.
dropped out. I ain't a
Yeah.
scholar, so it's okay.
So I'm just reading from other experts and stuff, but usually when people talk about whiteness, they're talking about a system that white people invented. Well, white people invented race. We all know this. So they use their whiteness as ways to gain power, and and use the system to benefit themselves. So when we talk about whiteness, we're not talking about white people, because not all white people are bad. Not all white people are I don't want to say privileged, but they're not as they're not in control of the system of capitalism that we live in. It's mainly the
Right.
elite, the rich billionaires such as Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Those are the people who control, but they just happen to be white all the time. And since they're white, they want to preserve, you know, for other white people. So it's not necessarily about the individual. It's not about the person. It's mainly about capitalism. But they use capitalism to preserve whiteness, and they use whiteness to preserve capitalism. That's what it
Okay.
means to me, at least.
Okay. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
So when you say that, like, I think you said they use like their whiteness to
Yeah.
preserve like power.
I'm sorry. Somebody was
Can
calling
you
me. Say it
elaborate?
again. I'm sorry.
You said like they use their whiteness to preserve power,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, right?
Yes.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by power? Like
So
what
they're
does it call?
so political power. Like maybe I don't listen. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I could promise you, it's over 75% of our political system. Governors, mayors, senates, House members, all of them are white. And the reason why they're all white is because of our past, such as Jim Crow, slavery, and everything that has gone on in the past. So those people in the past have said, we do not want black people, we do not want Asians, we do not want Hispanics. Um, having any power within this country. So since they have zero power in this country for generations, generations, and generations and generations, white people have used whiteness to just keep controlling our access of power from sorry, from geopolitical, and for any really anything, from what we see in our media to see how black people are portrayed in the media, mostly through local news and stuff. It's it's all about preserving the idea that white makes right, that they have the complexion for protection, some may say, that
Right.
that people who look like us deserves less, earns less, because not really based because of our skin color, really just because they have these flawed ideas of our DNA. They believe that we're less than, that we are weaker people and we are dumber people. That's why they talk about our IQs, not just, I'm half black, half Puerto Rican, but they say the same thing about Hispanics that they say about black people. We have low IQs, we're savages, we're dangerous. So they use these type of stereotypes and ideas to preserve their power within the system.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely heard people say this before, and I actually I used to think like
Yes.
you. I used to believe that there was. Ooh, it's a big spider on the wall. Hold on, I
Oh
gotta
no,
kill the
you good?
spider.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Take
two
your time.
seconds. 2 seconds. Wait a second.
I'm not a liberal. I'm a leftist. I wouldn't say I'm
Okay.
a communist or a socialist, but I would say I'm definitely more an anti-capitalist. At least I definitely identify as a progressive. I would not identify as a liberal. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm
Okay.
reading the comments. It's just you went off real
Right.
quick. So
Okay.
yeah,
Let me
yeah. Okay.
let
Mhm.
me look into these. So what I was saying, yeah, I basically learned when I was in high school about how white people have they're at the center of power. I learned something
Ye-
called like the culture of
Yes,
power, and
yes,
basically it was like if you're like a white heterosexual older upper class male, like you're basically at the top
yes,
when it comes to power, and essentially it goes down based on race, based on gender, based on socioeconomic status, based on sexuality,
yes,
all these other aspects. They kind of just get labeled as determines your power.
yes,
And I also learned that as a black person, I don't have the systemic power that is required to be racist. So I
yes.
basically learned that if, as a black person, I'm unable to be racist. I can only be prejudiced.
I
Were you? Have you ever learned that?
I do agree with that premise. I do believe that there's problematic black people who say really nasty things about other people's race, and I'm not with that. I probably say, I have family members who said, "Hey, this sounds weird to what about white people. This sounds racist and stuff like that." But I try to explain to them, I'm not talking about white people. There's great white people out there. There's white people who have influenced me with my political stuff, like Sam Cedar, Hassan Piker. Those guys really influenced me, and I would never say, "Oh, all white people are bad. All white people want to hurt all black people." I would never say that. I would just say that the systems that we live in, mainly capitalism, is what people use to dominate the socioeconomic system. So if I was to say, "Oh, can black people be racist?" I would say no, only because we don't have like right now. If it's just me and you inside a store, but everybody else is white. A
Mhm.
cop is gonna come into that store thinking me and you, stole something before the white person. That's
Right.
that. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
even if
understand that.
we called the cops, if me and you called the cops and said, "Hey, this person is stealing this in the store," they will automatically assume that we are the suspects. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
I
would never
understand that.
say that just because a black person called a white person a fucking milk monkey or some whatever dumb shit they be saying. I'm not gonna say that's on the same level of a Karen white woman calling the cops on a black person. You get what I'm saying? I think it's very it dumbs down what we call racism. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, I promise you, I used to think exactly like this. But what kind of changed
Mm-hmm.
my mind was just thinking about the fact that you say with the example of me and you being in a store, if somebody called the cops, they would assume that it was us stealing or
Yes.
causing a crime. I'm like, well, why would they think that? What would make somebody think that? You can't
I.
assume it's just because of skin color. Is it because it depends on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what kind of store you're in. It depends on the race of the cop. Because let's assume it's a black cop. With them targeting us, also be racially
Yes.
motivated. You think
Yeah.
so?
100%. Yes. Have you ever? Come on. Like, listen. I look at some of your content. I've
Uh
looked at
huh.
some of it. I obviously don't agree with any of it, but there's a reason why black conservatives are very much valued in the conservative movement. Is because they validate the feelings that prejudiced white people have, because they can point to somebody like you who be like, "Hey, look at this black person agrees that." I'm not saying you say this, but I'm just saying, for example, that, "Oh, this black woman agrees that all black people are criminals, and they have this such high criminal rate compared to white people." So me saying that, "Oh, of course there's a black person stealing from the sneaker store," they could say that, and they'd be like, "Oh, but this black woman agrees with me." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I know people think that I'm basically a token in the
I mean,
conservative
you
space
listen.
nowadays.
I don't want to be disrespectful to you
No,
because
no,
you're a very
no,
nice
no,
person.
no.
You are a
I don't think that
token.
it's
Yeah,
disrespect.
you are a
I'm proud
token.
to be a token.
No, but
I'm
you
proud
shouldn't
to
be,
say
because these people, because
be the one of the
mhm.
few black people telling the truth amongst the crowd who have essentially been brainwashed by democratic operatives to believe lies based in communism.
Well, I'm not here to defend communism or socialism or anything. I'm here to talk about white supremacy. But uh, oh man, it's really hard. I listen. I don't know. What I would say is, if if we have if you want to view yourself, I'm trying to say this the nicest way possible. I'm not
You
really
don't
trying to
have
be
to.
mean.
You don't have to.
I'm really not trying to be mean. If you want to view yourself as a token, that's fine. But you have to understand that you are the scapegoat for hurting millions of people in this country. You understand that?
Um,
That when they push,
let's elaborate on that. What do
all
you
right,
mean by hurting?
when Republicans push harmful laws,
Like
because
what?
now we even have. Listen, I'm about to bring up even Democrats, because I'm not a shill for the Democrats. I don't care for the Democrats. I vote Democrats for my hatred of Republicans. But there's Democratic black woman mayor right now in DC who are trying to ban face coverings. You get what I'm saying? Not during the pandemic when everybody didn't want to wear masks. They're talking about ski masks, hijabs, all these things, and she's using the fear that white people have of us, and using these. Oh, you look at these guys wearing these ski masks. Look at these are harmful laws that even without a white person present, they're that Democratic black mayor has the mind of how does white people feel about this. Because when I see a dude with a ski mask, I'm not automatically thinking he's some criminal. You get what I'm saying?
No, because if I see somebody with the ski mask on, specifically in the summertime,
All right, in the
alarms
summertime,
are
yeah,
going to go
yeah,
off
I do find that
in my
cringe.
mind. It's going to be
I
like, why are you wearing a ski mask? I understood that during the pandemic, but at this point, why are you wearing a face covering at this point?
No, listen, I totally agree with that. But the whole point is that they're not making these laws to actually protect people. They're just making these laws to police us. So when you're here defending that, you're defending yourself theoretically being policed extra hard. Even because even in the law, which she's calling the new crime bill, ironically with Joe Biden, she's calling it the new crime bill. She's also putting gatherings of 2 or 3 people as a crime. Do you understand that because of the stereotypes that we go through, that cops are gonna automatically think just seeing 3 black teenagers, seeing 3 black young men, they're gonna believe, oh, this is obviously gang activity. When it's not. It could just be me, you, and another person walking. They be like, look at these gang members over there walking.
Right.
These are ways to
Yeah.
target us, not just to protect the neighborhood, because it's not protecting the neighborhood. Because if you want to protect the neighborhood, you will fix people's socioeconomic reasons. People don't steal, people don't do crimes, people don't do join gangs because it's fun, because they want to. People do these things because they're desperate. So if you're gonna only put no ski mask, no do rag, no face covering laws, is that really helping and fixing the issues of gang violence or fixing the issues of violence in any community? Honestly,
I mean, I would think so. I think it would deter people who do want to commit crimes from doing so.
yes,
You know, people. So there's a lot of people who use the face mask coverings as a way to commit crimes without being seen. That's just the
one
reality.
hundred
We
percent.
really
But
can't deny reality.
100%.
But
But what about the
I wanted
gathering
to
part? Hold on, real
I
quick. What
wanted to go
about the
into
gathering
what you
part?
said about the socioeconomic status and how they
No,
should
wait,
fix it.
real quick. What about the gathering part? If a cop sees somebody with 2 or more people, not just 2 people walking, 2 or more people. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be
Mm-hmm.
any group of friends. Do you believe
Yeah.
that the government should have a right to stop uh, a non-criminal citizen walking the street and arrest them for being in that?
Arrest.
Yes,
Arrest.
arrest. Yes, it's a criminal activity being with 2 people. You could Google it. This is what the
Okay, let me Google that now. You said this is
This is what the
where?
Democratic mayor.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna Google this
Yeah,
because that's insane. You saying they're just gonna walk up and arrest people who
they
walking
could,
in
they
groups?
could, they could,
That's ass. They could,
they could.
but why?
What? It's I don't know. Listen. The crime. I think the bill
Because
either
you making
just
it seem like
passed or
they
they
just gonna
just.
walk up and arrest people. That's asinine and unconstitutional. But
Yeah, that's why.
asking people
Listen,
questions,
I believe that. Listen,
I mean,
yeah, go
you
ahead. But
asking
you're
questions.
just
That's
hold on. But
asking
you're
questions.
justifying, even though it's a Democrat, you're justifying it because you know it will affect black people the most.
What?
Correct? You're
No,
justifying. So you think this is bad?
I think what is bad.
The new crime bill was banning gatherings of more than 2 people and face coverings and stuff. You think that's
No,
bad?
I don't think it's bad.
But why?
I've explained.
Because
I
you
think
think
that
they do because you
it would
think
deter
they do
criminals.
crime, not because they do crime, because you think they do crime. That's my point.
I think it would deter criminals. And
Well,
also,
why? I
when you say it's what where is this at? Because I'm actually want to
in
look it up.
DC, Washington D.C.
DC groups
No, DC crime bill. Put DC crime bill.
crime bill. Let's see.
Sorry, I don't got a computer on me. I wish I could look it up.
No problem. Okay, a DC council member introduced a package of bills Tuesday aimed at preventing youth crime in 3 ways:
Mm-hmm.
job opportunities, mentorship, and student attend. Is this the right
I have no listen. I don't
one?
know.
This sounds pretty positive to
That
me.
does
Let's see.
sound good. Listen, the Dems be doing their thing sometimes.
They got it behind a paywall. Hold on.
See.
Let me see.
Listen, I could be messing up, but this is why I
Yeah, but I'm
invest.
interested in what you said about them just arresting people on the street for being in groups of 2 or more. That's asinine.
But listen, because you think they're gonna, because you think if they have face coverings and you can arrest somebody for a face covering, why are you arresting somebody for a face covering? Like a hijab,
They,
like
they're arresting people for wearing hijabs too? I don't
she
believe
said
that.
all
I
face
don't
coverings,
believe
not
that.
just, but all face coverings.
I don't believe that. Let's
And
see.
this is
Face
a Democrat.
covering.
Listen, I'm coming at the Democrats right now. That's what I'm saying. White supremacy is not just Republicans or conservatives. There's liberals who are also bad.
But I'm trying to figure out how that's white supremacy though. Because would they not also arrest a white
No,
person or
no.
a Hispanic person or
You
another
know
race,
that.
Asian person who
Well,
had
a
a mask
Hispanic
on?
person, yes. A Hispanic person, yes. But
But not a white person.
no. Come on. Come on. You
How
think
you know
if
this?
you see
How
you
you
think
know
if,
this? Where's the evidence for this?
well,
That
I
sounds like
don't have any
assumption.
evidence. I could the only I don't have evidence for this specific thing, but I do have evidence saying that
That's an assumption.
listen, no, I have evidence that the NYPD do target black and brown people in the city. I live in NYC. You obviously live in Chicago, but
Yeah, I live in Chicago.
yeah, but in New York City, Eric Adams, another black Democrat, targets black and brown people all the time, and he don't do that for because he's trying to protect black people or brown people. He's doing that to not even really to protect white people. He's just doing it to help white people's feelings about how they feel about crime.
Wow.
Honestly,
Yeah, I'm still trying to find the articles regarding this because I
I
need
wish
details.
I
I
if
would.
listen after I can't stay that long because I have people coming over
Okay.
to hang out and shit, but I'll definitely send it to you
Okay.
because I
Well,
know there was a
I
content
wanted to
creator.
get into the question I had, the
Okay, go
follow
ahead.
up
My bad.
question
Go
I
ahead.
had about what you were saying about the gangs
Yes.
and how they should be trying to fix people's socioeconomic statuses.
Yes.
Like, what do you think would be like a solution
I
to improve people's
think
socioeconomic statuses?
yeah, I think higher minimum wages, lower rents, stabilization, rent controls. You know, try to do something with inflation where we could lower the pricing of food because we just had the CEO of Kellogg say we should start eating cereal for dinner because they're price gouging all of us. Yeah, he did say that. I'm not lying about
Wow.
that. That I could confidently tell you to
I
Google that.
I can
He
confidently, but I can confidently say that if they improve minimum wage, inflation is not going to be improved.
says who?
Says economy,
But what does
economics.
that mean?
If
Economy.
we
Like what does that mean?
increase minimum wage, prices are going to
Why?
have to go up on everything. That's inflation.
Why? No,
That's
they
just how
don't.
it
These
works.
are hold on. Why are you defending? Why are you defending these corporations?
It,
They
it,
don't have to raise
it's not about
prices.
defending
Walmart
corporations. It's
made
about
hold on.
understanding that money doesn't just fall out of the sky.
Walmart made
You can just print
100
more money.
billion. Hold on. Listen, real quick. Walmart made $100 billion in profit last year. Just because they lose 90, they go down to 99 billion in profit. Is that such a bad thing? Because they have to pay their workers better?
The extra money they're getting paid is going to be worthless if inflation continues to go up. Remember, gas was $6 a
Why
gallon
was gas
earlier
$6
this
a gallon?
year
Why?
because Joe Biden passed out these PPP checks. I'm not PPP
Yeah,
checks. The
because those are rich
stimulus
people
checks
getting those. Hold on, those
to
are rich people getting those
everybody,
loans. Don't say those
destroying
PPP
the
checks.
economy.
Those are business owners. Those are people doing scams on the PPPs. Don't get me wrong, but those are business owner loans. Those are billionaires and millionaires not paying back their loans and
There
getting
was a
those.
lot of people getting PPPs who did not have businesses.
But they scammed those.
Be
They
honest.
lied. They were lying.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and
they
that's why
but
the economy was and
that's
still
not why
is.
the economy
And
was
we're
fucked up.
wondering why prices are so high on everything.
But you think the
You
economy was
know,
fucked up because some dude was like, oh, let me get like a $10,000 PPP loan. There's niggas getting millions. I'm sorry, I don't want to curse. But there's people getting millions and getting them, and even our politicians who are getting millions of dollars in PPP loans. But hold on, that's not what we were talking about. What we're talking about is socioeconomic issues.
right?
Why do people join gangs? I'm gonna ask you that. Why do people join gangs?
Well, I believe people join gangs because they want to. That's it. That's all.
But why? Why would they want to? That's dumb. Why would anybody want to join a gang? Why?
You have to ask each individual person. Everybody has a different reason for joining the gang. Peer
But what's
pressure.
the
They want some quick
majority reason? Why
buck.
do you think it's the majority? What's the majority reason? Like if you had to
I
put,
couldn't tell you. Actually, no. My
hmm
theory is
yeah, theory,
fatherlessness.
yeah. All right,
Fatherlessness.
okay. Where does fatherlessness come from?
They
What do you mean fatherlessness?
moms being
Because
hoes.
all right, but I don't wait. Hold on. You're saying like one word, like fatherlessness. Like no, like all right.
Fatherlessness. Single mother households. These young men
I,
who are
I
growing up
grew up in.
without their
Hold on.
fathers,
I'm
they're
not
looking
in
for
the.
their
Hold on.
dads in the streets. They're looking for a dad in the streets.
But I'm not. I'm a sing. I grew up in a single mother household. I'm not in a
Mm-hmm.
gang.
Oh, okay, I didn't say all,
But
but
no, but
that's why I
what?
say
No,
you have to
but
ask
all
each
right.
individual person. But you asked me for a general reason, and that was my general reason.
All right. So you believe it's because of fatherless. Why are people not in the? Why are fathers are not in the home?
Because the moms didn't require it before they got knocked up.
Are you a virgin?
No, but I'm married.
All right, cool. But people can't have sex. Like things happen.
I mean, you can do what you want, do as thou wilt, but I'm just
Okay.
saying that's the reason why there are fatherless homes. These moms, these women are having
Okay.
sex with these dudes they're not committed to, getting pregnant, and
Okay.
then having these kids.
Okay.
Fatherlessness. That's the problem.
Okay. All right. So there's no fathers in home, so kids join gang. But what are they trying to like? What is the goal of joining the gang? Like, what are they trying to succeed? What are they trying to do to join the gang? Like, what is their? You get what I'm saying? Like,
I don't
what
know.
is the
I don't
goal?
really know. I don't participate in gang behavior, gang
You
activity. I'm
never
not
been
really
around
sure
gang.
why these niggas get
You never
engaged,
been
but
around gang
from
members.
what
You
I
never
know,
asked them questions.
what?
You never asked a gang member a question. Like,
No, I stay away from criminals.
I get it. I feel you there. I feel you there.
So
I
I
try
don't
to
I
stay
don't
away
really
from criminals
ask
too.
too many questions. I kind of just stay away from
All
them.
right. So you never like watched a documentary, read a book, never like anything like that about criminality
Like,
in America?
can you recommend some? Cause I
I mean, listen, there's some you challenged me to debate out of nowhere. I just came home from work. I'm tired, so I don't really have it off the top of my head.
you
Listen,
could
I
you
want
could
to talk about
you could have
whatever.
declined, but I saw that
No, no, no. I'm
you've been
open for the debate. I'm
adamantly
asking
arguing with
you.
people in my comment section since 9 weeks ago, and I'm like, wow, you know
Listen,
what? Let's get this party started. Let's talk about this
yeah,
because obviously he has a lot to say.
no, yeah, no, no. I'm just saying I don't have it off the top of my head, but I promise you, there's documentaries, books about criminality in America, and they would tell you that it's mainly because of lack of money, lack of resources. Do you
Lack
disagree with
of
that?
money, lack of. I
Because
mean,
it's not
okay,
single
so
fathers,
if
Ellie.
you're broke, if you're broke, right?
Yes.
There are plenty of options to get money. Why is a game an option for you? Because
Because
I would never consider that to be an option.
it's fast.
Knowing what
It's
I know about
the
games,
fastest way to get money. You
so you
need to
want to
pay rent tomorrow, right?
quick buck.
You need to pay rent tomorrow, right?
Why not? Why not do OnlyFans?
Why not?
That's safer
I'm not. I
than a
like
game.
OnlyFans. That's cool. OnlyFans is good. You making your own money. Do your thing. What's wrong? So do your thing. Get your money.
And that type of mindset is why they still
But
be
what's wrong
fatherless
with
hoes. Because a lot
OnlyFans?
of women
OnlyFans
think
is
like that. Yeah, let's
legal.
do OnlyFans. Let's do
But
it.
OnlyFans is legal. I don't want to talk about OnlyFans, but OnlyFans is legal. We're talking about why do people do crime. OnlyFans is
Because they're
legal.
criminals.
Just because they're criminals, are you a conservative just because you're a conservative?
I'm a conservative because I want to conserve Christian values. I'm a Christian. I try to be as Christian as possible in my life. So,
That's cool. Listen, that's cool. I'm not.
I'm gonna
Listen, you can
if
do anything.
somebody's trying to defend being a criminal, I would be taken aback by that. Because
Well,
why?
nobody's defending people being criminals. People are trying to ask why are people criminals, and there's reasons why people are
Because
criminals. It's,
there are reasons, but there's not just one reason. You saying that the reason is because they're poor? There's a variety of reasons.
but nobody joins a gang. Nobody joins a gang just for fun. People wanting to make money. People want to
You
do
say there's no
rob
niggas out
people.
here to just join the gang because their friends are in the gang?
I mean that
None?
happens, but that does
Zero?
happen. I'm not gonna lie, that does happen. But that's culture. That's a lot of environment. And why are these environments like that? Why are kids growing up in gang cultures? Why are kids growing up in places where there already are gangs in their neighborhood? Why?
Because they want to. Everybody has
Really?
their own choices. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
My husband's also from Chicago. He live in. I wish he was on here. You know what? He's in there. Let me see if he could join because he could definitely attest to the gang environment in Chicago. Girl,
Yeah.
send a request, please,
No,
because I love
but
to have a male perspective on
my point
the
is
gang thing.
you're just saying they're bad because they're bad. Is anybody really bad just because they're bad? Is that really like your analysis on these situations?
My analysis is that people make their own choices. Here we go. All right. Can you please just go ahead? I know you were listening. We were talking about why people join gangs. Can you talk about like you having grown up in the city also, and you telling me about how you basically almost got recruited by people into gangs, had the opportunity to get recruited and turned it down. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, these folks, they're not forcing you to join no gang. You choose to hang out with them, and once shit get real, you can either get down or get out. So if you want to go and rob and loot and steal and jump motherfuckers, that's your choice. Ain't nobody gonna force you to join no gang. You could be born in a certain neighborhood, but you don't have to hang out with them folks. You don't have to. You just don't have to. Ain't nobody forcing you to do nothing. I done got jumped before. I done been trying to get inducted in the games before. And I told them niggas no, and I leave. I don't have to hang out with y'all. Ain't nobody twisting my arm or nothing. You may have to get beat up or something, but at the end of the day, you still don't have to join no gang.
But
I
why?
make an
But
excuses for
why
these
does
people.
that culture start, bro? Why is it? Why?
It, it started because they wanted to start because they ain't got no daddies. They ain't got no daddies.
Guys,
Why?
it's
Why?
not. Is it honestly that simple? Is it really that
Yes.
easy?
Yes.
So all these economists, all these people who've done years and years of study of criminality through all cultures, white, black, it doesn't matter, all cultures, in China, everywhere. It's only because people
In
just
China,
want
they
to
ain't
be
having
bad.
no. They in China, in China, organized crime and the mafia and stuff like that is different than what these niggas on the streets is doing. None of it is good. But if you want to argue the reason of why they're doing it, it's different reasons of why these folks is doing it. The niggas in Chicago is doing it because it's cool. If you ain't got jumped into it, you're doing it because your friend is a BD or a GD, or you listening to a rapper that's a BD or a GD. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, but this is what we're talking about is culture, bro. These things have
This
been going on
is the culture.
for centuries. Yeah, but
This
for
is the culture.
centuries.
This is
Yeah,
black
but for
This
culture.
is the
centuries.
culture.
This is not black culture. Every
Yes,
every
yes, it
culture
is.
has gangs. There's more
Yes, it
white
is.
gangs in this country than black gangs.
No, it's not. That's a lot.
Really? Really?
That's a lot.
We could. I mean, we could Google this, but there's definitely more white gangs.
Name one.
Like countries, there's
Name
whole
one.
states where it's like 90% white people. You think there's
Name a
no
white gang.
gangs? God damn. See? Hold
Oh Lord, it's loading. Oh, did he leave? It's doing the circle thing. Oh, girl, you killed him.
I hope he didn't leave. That'd be kind of embarrassing.
Oh man, if he left, bro, this is the best clip ever. I thought he was gonna say the KKK or something.
I'm like, bro.
I can't believe he loaded. Wait, okay, there you go. I think he comes back.
I'm finna say, I hope he didn't leave.
They say he has to respawn.
Hell
Hello,
no.
JT. Oh my God. Hey man, I guess it's over. I did not think they said you deleted him. I didn't do nothing
Finish
to
him.
They say he went to Google that.
Hey, Mario, you funny as hell, boy. But am I lying, though?
You didn't lie.
Am I lying,
Ooh.
though?
Lights went off. It's time to shut it off. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe it. Somebody said, "When Shamika coming here?" Me and Shamika been trying to get our schedules to connect. I'm gonna get her on here. We've been texting back and forth. Oh, he said somebody called him. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna add him back. He said he got a call. He said his people was coming over.
Okay, I buy that.
Yo, my bad.
You good?
My
You good?
bad.
We thought you
My
bad,
bad.
man.
My bad. Damn, y'all was clowning me. Damn, I went on Google. I didn't know I couldn't do that. I never been on live before. My bad. Damn.
Yeah, I had to figure that out too.
Nah, my bad.
But yeah, so
listen. I didn't do my Googles before I came in because this was a spur of the moment thing. But I promise you, man, there are white gangs out there. There are white supremacist gangs out there
right.
in the country bunking, bro.
But,
We all know this.
but how do
There's
you
no
know
reason
that?
to deny this.
So how do you know that they exist if you can't name them?
I can't. Hold on. I can't name them. I just don't know them off the top of my head. I'm not thinking about different
But
gangs every day in my
if
life.
it's more than the black and Latinos, then you should be able to name them because I can name like 10 groups of black and Latino by themselves. But if
I
it's
understand it because
more than white,
our media hyper focuses on black and brown criminality, not white
you
criminality.
said you know that it's more white groups, but you can't name one. But everybody knows all the black groups.
Damn, man. Damn, I don't got another phone. Hold on, let me get my old phone. Give me one. Matter of fact, it's right here.
Gang.
All right, hold on. Because one, we're switching up the whole conversation. My point in these conversations is that the reason why people join gangs is because people are poor. They do things to get money. You
Right.
sell
And I
drugs.
said,
People do this. They don't do this just because they're bad.
That's a lot. My drug dealer, when I used to smoke weed, my drug dealer wanted no gang. That
I
Right, what
understand
I'm trying to
sold
figure
drugs.
out, what are these people doing in gangs to make money besides robbing people and selling
robbing
drugs?
people, selling
You don't.
drugs. That's what people do. Listen, I'm
Right.
not in the
So
gang.
You
I
in
also
gang
don't know. I have
to do
no.
that?
What
committing
happened?
crime, you have to commit a crime to be in the gang. It sounds like the gang culture is the problem.
Well, gang culture is a problem, but gang culture is a problem within all cultures. Y'all just try to make it seem like it's only exclusive to black people.
But you can't explain how it's other people.
But listen, oh man, I can't Google because this is my only phone. I don't have no other. I
You
don't
should
got a
know
laptop
this
or no
stuff.
shit.
If it's so relevant, if it's really happening, then you should be able to just be. Oh, I know about this. BDs, GDs, Latin Kings, Vice Lords.
I mean, they coming MS-13, Mexican Mafia, Azteca, 18th Street. All
I
these
mean,
are
there's a whole bunch
the
of
KKK.
there's a whole bunch.
And
There's
those are
hundreds of
all black and
thousands of
brown
gangs
groups.
everywhere. That's what. But I'm saying you guys are trying to make this exclusive to black people when we
But
all
it
know it's
sounds
not.
I'm not.
like no, it sounds like it's exclusive to black people because you can't explain how it's white people. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just
No,
saying you
I'm not saying
can't get
it's white.
any
I'm not saying
evidence.
it's white people. I'm just bringing up. There's also white gangs. I'm saying there's more. One, there's more white people in this country. White people are almost 70% of the country.
Right.
So how can there be no like not one white gang? I
Because you
can't
don't
think
see
of
them.
the name.
Because you don't see them.
Hold on, but we live in Chicago and New York. There's whole states with
Right.
90% white
Right.
people.
Right. We live in Chicago and New York. You would think we'd be the first people to see the games, right?
Dude. In I think in New York is almost a majority POC people, majority Hispanic, majority black. I don't know how it is in Chicago,
It's
but
a third. It's a third white, a third Hispanic, and a third black. And I'm downtown right now. I ain't seen no white game member walk past yet.
all right, well, all right, matter. I could think I don't want to say the Proud Boys because I feel like the Proud Boys are way too political compared to what
No,
we talk about street
come on.
gangs.
Let me hear your
But
best
the
argument for
Proud
the
Boys
Proud
are a
Boys.
gang.
Is that
Can we not doubt that? And they're a political
that's a
gang.
white group?
It supports white supremacy. They have
Is it a white
Hispanics.
group?
They have black people in within the gang, but
So
it's
how
a
is it
white
white
supremacist
supremacy
gang.
if everybody can join?
What happened?
How is it white supremacy if everybody
But
can join?
that was my whole point of this live, that black people can't hold up white supremacy. Just because they have dark skin doesn't mean they can't
So
hold up white
what's
supremacy.
in it? What's in it for a black person to uphold white supremacy? What do we get out of it?
Honestly, that's why I'm on this live. I
So
was gonna ask that
explain.
question to you guys.
No, you said you made the claim that we uphold white supremacy. So why would we uphold white supremacy?
I don't know. Now she says she's holding up Christian for Christian values, which I listen. I respect. I respect all religions. I'm not a religious person myself, but I respect all religions. She feels like that's part of conservatism. I'm gonna let her feel that way. But you have to
Thank you.
understand that we live in a majority white country in the West, in a white nation, in a white supremacist nation. You do realize that. So when people are advocating for policies that hurt us three on this live, sometimes they're gonna be black, sometimes they're
You're on
gonna
the
be
right, guys.
white.
You're on the right answer.
Okay. Let
Um,
me ask the question. Can you define white supremacy
Yeah,
for the people in the comments?
yeah, the system where white people are deemed superior, a system where white people are deemed superior.
okay, right there. White people. You said the system in which white people are superior. You just said that there's more white people in this country, right?
Yes.
So does that mean that there's black supremacy in Africa?
No. There probably
Why not?
is. There's probably some black people in there who are black supremacists who don't want like Afrikaners or don't want Indians living in Africa. That's entirely possible. I'm not doubting that. I'm not going to doubt that there's black supremacists in Africa. But is black supremacy the reason why Africa is so bad? No, it's because of white supremacy. It's because of our corporations
You
going there enslaving little children for the COBOL so we can talk on these phones.
you do know that white people are the minority in the world,
Yeah,
right? So how is it that they so superior to the whole world when they're the
I
minority?
don't
We
believe
could just jump them
they're
niggas.
superior. I don't know why
You
you asking
said
that. I don't
white
believe they're superior.
supremacy. You believe in white
White
supremacy.
supremacy. So I believe it
So
exists.
why do you
Yeah,
think white people are
I
superior?
don't. I believe it exists. I believe other white people believe they're
It
superior, and
exists
there's
where?
black people out there who
Where
everywhere,
is it? What does white
everywhere.
supremacy look like? Can you touch it? Is it tangible?
I mean,
What is it?
it's hard to explain because it's a system of power. There's a reason why we have people in Africa, people in India, people in Jamaica dying, bleaching their skin to look lighter, to make themselves look more appealing to the world, appealing to whiteness.
Right. So I'm in Jamaica where it's majority black people. I want to bleach my skin to fit in with the 10% of the population. That
That
don't even
10%
make
has a
sense.
lot of that 10% don't have a lot of power. You don't believe in what happened in South Africa. You don't believe in apartheid. It was only 6% of white people, and they control damn near the entire country.
Are they still doing it? Why don't they just keep doing it to keep them niggas in line?
I mean, they fought wars and killed millions of South Africans to maintain it. Did they not?
Okay.
Can I ask? So you believe you're a victim of white supremacy?
Hey, Seti, my
Maybe. I don't
boy.
know. I don't know my circumstance. I don't know how my circumstances have been affected. I don't know. I just live my life. But I fight against white supremacy so other people's lives don't get affected. It's not
You
about me.
so you fighting against something, but you can't really point it out
But
or
I just
get it down
pointed
to something. Like
but
you, I'm still not
I
really understanding
just
what it
pointed out. I
is.
told you it's a system. We have apartheid we have apartheid in South Africa. We have apartheid here in America. These are systems
What?
that we done grew up that we all done grew up in. What are we talking about?
Okay. Do you live around white people?
Maybe I don't know. I don't live by majority white people. No.
Okay. You say you live in New York, right?
Yes.
You said it's not even the white people, not even the majority of New York, right?
I don't believe so. I don't have the numbers on top of my head. I
Okay,
don't have the
so
numbers.
where's the white supremacy in New York? Y'all got a black mayor and a black police chief,
Yeah,
right?
but he's doing things in power in favor of white people. I don't want him targeting migrants or illegal immigrants or whatever around the country. He's doing that to help for the feelings of white people. He's not doing that for me. That's not helping my situation. What he should be doing is making healthcare free, making raising minimum wages, helping public transit be better and safer. That's what he should be doing. But instead, he wants to worry about the migrants and the immigrants, and he's not
Well,
doing
can I
that
ask,
to
are
protect white
you
people.
currently housing migrants in your house?
No,
Or are they outside?
I don't know where they are. You saying they're not in my house? I don't know if they're outside. They're outside.
You're not gonna help them?
That's not my job. We have governments. You don't
Whose
believe in
job is it?
government? The
Oh, it's the government's
governments.
job.
Yes, it's their job, not
Right.
mine.
The same white supremacist government that brought all the illegal immigrants over
But they didn't
here,
bring
but
them
they white
here. They came
supremacy.
here on their own. It's
They
They,
white
asylum
they
seeking.
they
They came
they
here on their
invited
own.
them over.
they
They didn't
saw
invite them
white
here.
supremacy and they just really trying to secure their
Sanctuary
race that
cities,
they would
that's inviting
bring
them.
that they would allow they would allow all these immigrants to come over here, but they love their white race so much. Does that make sense?
I mean, we do live in.
This
Do
door,
you
guy.
agree? Hold on. Do you agree that we live in a better system than we did in like the '60s or the '50s or the '40s? Things improved. So yes, there's going to be
You
more
said a better
minorities.
what?
I said
System.
things have improved. Correct? Since the '60s and the
Depends
'50s,
on depends on what you
What you're asking?
what it depends on what you mean by
have
improve. Because the black community ain't
racial have
improved.
have racial relations improved since the '60s?
No.
The racial relations have improved, but they went back 30 years after Obama, and that's a fact.
But why? How? I don't get that. We keep switching conversations. We're talking about so many things because
You asked the question. You switched it when you asked the question.
no, but you now I don't want to talk about Obama, but I don't know.
I mean, you asked the question. I just
I am
answered it.
confused because I'm trying to figure out like we gotta talk about one thing, and it
Well,
just keeps going on to different
we were
things.
trying to get definition of what white supremacy was. If
And I
we would
believe it's
take
a
a
system
pinpoint one.
where white people have been dominated in the entire world. We've
Right.
seen colonialism right now. This is going on in Palestine, in Congo. We see white people's effect on other countries right now. Do y'all disagree with that? Do y'all disagree with that?
I don't agree with the concept of white supremacy. I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
supreme to
I
me
mean,
So
stuff
anymore.
happens.
what about neo Nazis and white
I,
supremacists
There's
like
no such
I'm
thing as
worried
a
about that.
so
neo-Nazi.
like Nick Fuentes or somebody like that?
If
I'm
you
a fan
gotta
of Nick
put
Fuentes. I like his content.
if you gotta put neo in front of something, then it doesn't exist. That's like a neo KKK. You just trying to make something up. It's not real.
I mean, neo just means new.
Yeah. New Nazi. What happened to the old Nazis? Huh? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, my sister was calling me. But
No, you good.
all right. So you guys don't believe in white supremacy at all. So
No.
why? So give me an example of why black people are in the position that you believe they're in. Like
I
why?
already
We're in
did.
Chicago. We have a black mayor, a black treasurer, a black city clerk, and a black police chief.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like black supremacy for me
But why are they hurting black people the most?
because they don't like black people. The black people that you think is well, no, I can't even really say that. Look,
Well,
what it is.
wouldn't that hold on? Wouldn't that be like a product of white supremacy? Because white supremacy don't have to have a white face on it. It could have a black face on it. Correct or incorrect? Am I
No,
wrong?
that's incorrect.
Why?
That makes the term white mean nothing.
That's not true. We're talking about white supremacy. That white people are superior and powerful. And if the government needs to hold down black people by hurting their neighborhoods, destroying their places of work or something like or anything like that, y'all disagree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So what is the issue then? What like you guys like? What is the issue?
the issue is that these folks ain't got no daddies, so they destroying
I
their
already
communities
told
because they
you
ain't got no
that.
daddies.
But why they don't have no dads?
I told you their moms are sluts. That's the reason.
Why are they moms
Because
sluts?
they want
I mean, you
You guys,
everybody's
why?
individual, bro. Like I
hold
don't
on.
even know
You
what.
see, I'm trying to do all this explaining about things I'm still things about I'm still learning about. You get what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
no
So
academic.
let
I'm
me
not no
explain something to
professional.
you.
I'm a regular person. I'm
Okay,
not no
let me
academic.
explain something to you. So when you tell a black couple that our community is destroyed for some other reason besides the problems within our community,
But
as a
why
black
those
person in the
hold
community,
on?
no,
Why do those
hold
problems exist?
when I tell you as a black man in this community that it's because these niggas don't have a dad, I'm telling you for a reason. I'm telling you because I see it.
But
I
why they
know these people.
don't have a dad?
She just
Because
explained why they don't
they're
have
sluts. That
dads.
makes no
What you
sense. Everybody's
mean it make no
that makes
sense?
no sense. That's too simple. You really honestly believe just because women are sluts that
Yes,
we have this whole gang
yes,
culture and
yes.
stuff
Yes.
like
I'm
that?
saying this as a woman.
Women are
I
sluts
went
and
and
men
got
are weak.
married because I
You was just
realized,
doing the
hey,
right guy.
if I get knocked
There you
up,
go.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
have
be
a
a
good one.
single mom, and I'll be damned if I'm a single mom.
All right, but
Let me get married.
like we said,
Let
but
me
we already
let me get
established that
married.
just because you're a single mom doesn't mean your kids are gonna automatically fail.
But the
We
odds
didn't
are
say
high.
that. We
Why
didn't say
why
that.
why set your kid up for failure?
What
Why give
happened?
your kids a lower odd of success because you can't afford to not fuck?
Listen. Oh, hold on. My phone's about to die. I don't want y'all clowning me like I ran away or some shit. Hold on. All right. So say your question again. I'm sorry.
I'm asking, why are these women setting their kids up to have a harder life?
I mean,
Because
people
the
don't
odds are always
plan
in
to
favor
get
of both
pregnant.
parents. That's just the fact. It takes
A
two
lot of
people to
people
make a
don't
square
plan
a
to
reason.
get
You don't
pregnant. A lot
plan
of
to get
people are
pregnant, but
irresponsible. I'm
you
not.
don't
I'm
plan
not.
to get pregnant, but you know the risk once you start
Right?
having
Let's
sex, right?
two
Right?
plus two is four.
Don't when
These
you once
girls
you
know
get
the
pregnant by having sex,
consequences of
right?
having unprotected sex. Like we're not
All
in
right,
kindergarten.
but I'm not. All right, but I'm not. If we're talking to some individual person, like, hey, you're messing up. You had premarital sex. You had unprotected sex. Yeah, you could judge that individual person. But we're talking about all black people within all 13% of us. Like, why are we in such a bad position? Why? You just because of single mothers? Not everybody's a single
I
mother.
mean, everybody has
Okay,
a mom though, and
so
70% of these kids are growing up in single mom households. So the
But
odds are
why?
not
Just
good.
because they're sluts? Is that really the only reason?
Why
okay, then
else do you become a
you
single
tell
mom?
me why. Then you tell me why. What's your guess? Give me your best guess.
I believe people. I believe why gang culture is so prevalent in our communities
No, no,
because
no, no.
we.
Are we talking about why these kids ain't got no daddies?
I mean, I don't have an answer for that because
But you telling
but
us that we wrong and we
no,
giving you
I'm not
evidence.
saying you guys are. I'm not saying you guys are necessarily wrong. I'm saying there's multiple reasons on why people are why people are bad. There's multiple reasons. So it's not just because people are single mothers or whatever. Like that, it can't be just that, right? That's what I'm saying. It can't be just that. It has to be other reasons.
Like
Like
what?
socioeconomic. Why are people poor? People are poor because of capitalism. Because we are all being exploited by these corporations who make us work for pennies on the dollar while they're racking up millions. Is that not the case?
Would you rather not have a job and be homeless?
That's not. What?
I mean, you say the problem is
Man,
that you
if
got a
man does
job and they
not
paying.
work, he does not eat. Okay, ain't shit free in this world. Ain't nobody finna take care of you if you're not a baby.
I I agree. I agree with that. But we also understand that a lot of people are poor while working jobs. 70% of people on SNAP and EBT and all these other programs have a job, have a full-time job. 70% of these people.
You only get the welfare and the benefits if you make it under a certain amount.
Yes. And
So you could be working full time and still be poor.
yes, that's my point. And
And
people
then the white supremacist government is also helping you because you're poor. So how is that white supremacy?
well remember back in the day, black people were denied these services.
But now they
So
got them.
yeah, now they got them because it
So
We
was
what's
talking
what's
about
the
black people
today.
problem?
fighting for the
So what's
rights
the
to get
problem?
them.
So what's the
Because black
problem?
people. What do you mean? What's the problem? I'm telling you, people are still poor because of corporations. Because the
People
corporations
was
steal.
poor. People was poor before welfare, and they're still poor after welfare. So it sounds like the welfare or the system ain't the problem; it's the people.
But what's wrong with the people? Why? Like why? That's what I'm saying.
That yeah, go out this
I
way.
feel like you
They
All right,
guys are
want
it's an
just
people
individual
to do
thing.
handouts.
what happened? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, the
They got
valet
their
out there.
hands out
No, you got to go out this door
instead of
because
working
that way
for
we
what
lock
they
that door
want,
for
But
them.
I just told
saving
you that
money,
most of the
learning
people
some
who get
financial
government.
stability.
But I
They
just told
blowing
you.
money on BS and then blaming other
Yeah,
people
Yeah,
for
but
them being poor.
I listen. I hear that, but I just told you that most people who get government benefits have a full-time job and they're
but what
still
does that
poor.
mean? That don't mean
It
nothing.
does mean something. It
Get
means
a
these
get a
corporations
better
are not
job.
paying people enough. They're raising the prices. They're raising
And where are
rents.
these people
People can't.
working at?
Most Americans work for Amazon or Walmart. Most Americans.
Right. Amazon pay $15 an hour.
Where?
Here. I work
Where's
in
here in
Chicago,
Chicago?
Shoot.
literally 24
All
hours.
right, in Chicago, but what about in the South? What about like Louisiana? What about
Well,
Mississippi?
what?
What about those
What
places?
about
Well,
it?
they get paid different because the wage is different. The cost of living is different. I'm sure you get paid half of what you get paid here in Texas. So like
It
it
doesn't really.
balances
But
itself
the
out.
point is, these are minimum wage jobs, so you're gonna get paid minimum wage.
Right.
But you're getting
Yes, but
paid.
most, but
You're
we
getting paid.
understand that. Yeah, but
Right.
we understand that
$21 an
most
hour in
people are not getting
Chicago.
paid enough to
Go
survive
out
to
this way, guys.
sustain their life. Correct.
What do you mean sustaining their life?
To
What do you
All
pay
consider
right.
for
like?
rent, to pay for food, to pay for lights, to pay for gas. Most people are not sustaining their life. Most
But most
people.
people have phones in their hands. They can afford
Most
that.
people pay. Yeah, they pay leases. They lease their phone and pay like
So do you
$60 a
think
month for
everything
their
should be
phone.
free or something?
Sound like it.
Listen, I'm not here to talk about. I'm not here to talk about capitalism, but
I mean, I'm
listen,
just trying to
I'm not saying
understand because
everything should be. I'm not saying everything should be free, but I'm saying that do we do we all understand that the cost of living is crazy in America right now? Do
why
we agree with
is
that at
that?
least?
Yes,
I believe
but why is
it's
that?
like that because of price gouging for corporations.
Price gouging. Were
Yes.
corporations not price gouging before?
Yeah, they always were. Yeah.
So why is it all of a sudden we got inflation?
I believe is one because of the pandemic in the beginning. A lot of corporations want to get their money back from all the money they lost during the pandemic. I believe a lot of inflations are just regular corporate price gouging. We see, oh, there's a war in Ukraine. Oh, there's a pandemic, so we're just gonna pipe up our prices just because they can. That's their choice. They can. So now all of us are struggling, being like, yo, what the fuck? We can't afford rent. We can't afford groceries, and they don't care because they're just gonna keep getting the pockets. They're just gonna keep pocketing the money.
Interesting. That's an interesting way of
I mean,
thinking.
that's the truth.
I I
I'm
want to
not.
say
I didn't just make that
I want
up.
to say I really appreciate you even talking for this long and
No, I do
explaining your
have to.
ideas.
No, I do have to go, and I'm sorry. I didn't really prepare
Yeah.
for this. I literally just. I'm sorry. I didn't prepare for
You
this.
good. You do better than most progressives and liberals because they don't even make it this far.
No, listen. I'm not scared of these conversations because I believe I'm correct. I don't believe you guys are necessarily incorrect. I just believe you guys look at it as such a, not to be offensive, a bigoted view, a self-hating view. Because
Right.
y'all
So
all listen. I'm not
okay,
trying to
my
get
bad, my
offensive.
bad, my bad.
Please don't get offended. I'm not trying to offend y'all. I'm just
You
being
said we
honest.
hate ourselves though.
Listen.
No,
Where you
I'm
get
I'm
that?
not
I'm,
trying to
I'm
say
gonna
Get
y'all
let
that
you.
hate
from?
yourself. I'm
No, go
saying
ahead, go ahead.
you guys are generalizing all black people in such a negative way that I
Not
believe is
all, not all,
harmful.
not all, but
Not
most.
all black people.
But well, all right, so give me a percentage.
70.
What percent? Let me say 70,
That's
77
most.
percent of black women are single moms.
Most is not all. 51% is most.
That's too
Seventy
damn many.
percent is
All right,
crazy.
but 70% is damn near all.
But we never
Whose
said
fault is
all.
that?
I believe it's the government's fault. I believe government should be doing. Do y'all all agree that government should be doing a better job? White,
No,
black, whoever,
no.
whoever's in,
Wait a minute. Wait. So,
should be
in
doing a
what
better
way is the
job for
government going
people's.
to be able to make these bitches not be single moms? How is the government going to be able to force these people to get
I
married?
mean, you see right now Republicans are trying to end abortion rights and
That
IVF
ain't got
stuff and
nothing to do.
everything. You
That
see
ain't got
that right
nothing to do
now.
with marriage
Right.
and
So you're not
But
talking
what?
raising their
about
All right,
marriage.
kids.
You're
but
talking about getting rid of kids.
hold on. But we all acknowledge that the CDC just did a report saying that black dads are the most involved in their children's
But
lives.
they're
We
not
know that's
married.
a fact.
They're not
So
married.
what? So what? I'm
So
not
they're not
married. Who
married.
gives a fuck?
So
Who
they're
gives a
still their
fuck?
moms are still
Who
single.
cares?
So
So
me.
what?
The government cares because if you're not married, you can't get those marriage benefits.
Those tax benefits, yeah, I
Right.
do agree with that. I do
So
think
it
that's a
sounds
benefit.
like
But
you should
what? But
get
y'all
married.
do no. But y'all making a
You
moral
just
argument. Y'all not making
you just doing.
a tax break argument. Y'all making a moral argument. People
Tax
are
break.
not getting married, and that's bad. Y'all not making a tax argument because if y'all making a tax argument, hey, black people should get married so y'all can save y'all money through taxes.
No,
I would kind of agree
no,
with
I didn't
that.
say that. I said blacks they
No,
should
I
get
would.
married
I'm
so that
saying I
women
would agree with that framing
aren't
of that. But the framing that you
fatherless.
guys are using, hold on, I'm sorry. But the framing you guys are using is that black people are not getting married because they don't care about God or some crazy shit like that or whatever the fuck.
Who
However y'all
said that?
believe. I'm just saying I don't know why y'all keep saying because y'all just say, oh, black people are single mothers. I'd be like, why? Because they like having
When did we
sex.
say that?
Y'all just we're not talking.
Look. So look,
All right,
let
all
me
right, all
let
right.
me
Let's
just break it down
break
for
it
you.
down. Go
So
ahead, go ahead.
when we make these claims, we always say most. 51% is most, but we're not talking about 51%. We're talking about 70 to 75%. It's pushing 80.
So
So
you saying you
when
guys are
we
the
say,
exception? You saying you guys are the exception? You guys
I
are.
mean, we're married, so we already the exception.
All right, but I don't believe marriage should be this moral
And
thing. Okay,
why
okay,
don't
people
you
are
think
not.
that?
Well, I'm not religious like y'all. I don't believe in God.
You
I
don't
don't
have to
have
be
these
religious
Christian
to believe in
beliefs. I
marriage.
don't have
Go
those.
out this way, guys.
I don't. don't have these Christian beliefs. I don't know these. Like I don't have the same
Asians
values as them.
Asians get married and they're not Christians.
Who?
Not all. The Asians and the Chinese and the Koreans, they're not Christians. A lot of them, they like Buddhists or Hindu.
I mean, but
The Indians are like
they still
Hindu and
have
they still get
religious.
married.
They still have religious couplings. Islam people, Muslims
Right,
get
Islam.
married and everything. It's not just a Christian thing.
Right. So what's the problem with marriage if
I
everybody's
don't
doing
have a
it?
no. I don't have a problem with marriage. You guys are moralizing it. I'm saying this just because they're not married doesn't mean that your economic system is going to get better.
Do you think two parents need to? Do you think you need two parents to raise a kid?
Yes.
So if two parents aren't raising a kid, do you think bad things are happening?
No, not necessarily. I'm a single. I was raised by a single mother, bro. I was raised by a lot of
There's
my
always
family, but I was
exceptions.
raised by a
There's
single mother
always
mainly.
exceptions. I was raised by a single mother too. There's always exceptions. But I'm asking, if you think that it takes two parents to raise a kid, but it's all you can't say that you think it takes two parents to raise a kid, but then also it's not a problem if if one parent raises a kid. You can't have it both ways.
No, but I also acknowledge that black men are the most involved in their child's life compared to any other demographic of men. So just because they're
Where's the
not
proof in
married,
that?
the CDC they literally did
What do
a
you, what do you mean?
study on it.
What do they classify as involved?
Parent child
Involved,
support.
as in taking care of their kids, going to school meetings, taking their kids back and forth to school meetings, and visitations and stuff.
So what do you think is more is better? Going to school meetings and stuff or actually living with your child?
I believe living with your child, but those are not everybody's circumstances. Not
I didn't
everybody's
ask
gonna
that.
stay
I didn't ask
together.
that. I said what's better.
Yes, I agree that
So
being in the house is better.
okay. So you want to give your kid the best chance of survival, right? The best chance of success, right?
Yes.
So the best chance of success is to have two parents in the house and teach personal accountability, not government. Those are the two best things. You need to have your man in the house to teach responsibility and self
All right, but I'm not
accountability.
making a moral. I don't talk. I don't care about individuals. I'm caring about why we're talking about all 13%. We're not even just black people. Also talking about white people. We're talking about all people. So this we need government intervention to help all people. Because if we have all these people making these such low wages and having these such high prices, people are not going to be able to sustain life, which is going to lead them to committing crime. Is that wrong? If you guys couldn't pay rent, how are you guys going to pay rent tomorrow? If y'all need $1,000 by tomorrow,
I've
how
been
y'all gonna get it?
brutally behind on my rent, but I have yet to start committing crimes. I never did it.
All right, but you're desperate. You're about to get kicked out tomorrow. You don't think some people,
I've
at least?
been
Yeah, she was
so
there, bro.
broke.
I
Like yeah, I wish
She
I
was
could
no,
sit
there,
up
listen.
here
bro.
and
I'm
say
not
how
talking about, but I'm
falling
not
I've
talking
been in
about your
my
individual life.
finances.
Look
Okay,
at it from the lens of somebody else. Rent is due. Rent is
I
due.
can't
You
look through
need
the
that
lens of
money.
somebody else. I'm myself. I'm me, and I'm telling you, me, a broke bitch from Chicago who had her first apartment and could not afford to pay her damn rent. I never resulted or decided to commit any crimes.
I
I was
get
like,
that,
well,
and
gotta face the consequences of my actions.
that's good. But some people are gonna commit crimes. So should we, as a society, because we all live in the same country, should we do our best to avoid people committing crimes? All
Yes.
right. And how are we gonna do that?
By judging them by the way they
But
look.
come
If they
on,
walking around in a ski
guys.
mask,
Come
walk away
on.
from them.
Come
If
on,
they got a
guys.
ski mask on, leave.
Dude, I have ski masks in my job. I have to wear a ski mask. It's cold in my. I work in the freezer.
I
It's
mean
cold in my
that's
job. I gotta
fine.
wear a ski mask.
That's fine. If you
You
got
know,
a
ain't
function
nobody
for it,
talking about you at work wearing a mask in the freezer,
know
boy. They
who I'm
talking about
talking
people in
about.
the store
You know who
in
I'm
the
talking about.
summertime with masks on.
All right, but you understand that making these blanket laws, like we said that a Democrat is doing in DC, is hurting a specific demographic of people. Can we agree with that?
No.
Wait, ask that again.
I said the DC law that's gonna ban all these face coverings, so dudes, or Philadelphia where they ban ski masks, they're banning these laws targeting black people. Is that right or wrong?
Is it black people or is it people that wear ski masks?
Listen, it's ski
Apparently only
mask,
black people wear
but
ski
that's
masks.
the thing about white supremacy. Do they have to say black? You can't say black in the laws because of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. You can't say, oh, black people can't wear this. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna target sagging, pants sagging, or like,
So if it's affecting black people, does that mean it's going to affect me too, right?
I mean, if you wear a ski mask, what if you have to? What if
So I
it's
could
you?
just
Y'all
not
live in
wear a ski
Chicago?
mask and
It'd be like negative 10 out there,
I could just not wear a ski mask and I'll be fine,
but
right?
it'd be -10 in Chicago. Y'all, come on. You wore a ski mask before, bro.
Have
You
you worn a
have.
ski? I never seen him wear a ski mask before.
You never wore a ski mask, bro, ever in
Bro,
your
these
life.
niggas are wearing
It's
ski masks.
-10 out
Is a
there.
trend.
What happened?
These niggas are wearing ski masks. because it's a trend. Who started the ski mask trend, Darrell?
Cool shiesty.
Right.
Remember
That's when
the shiesty? They
Yeah, I
call it the
remember
shiesty.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So you telling me that all the niggas in the South too, because it's niggas in the South, you saying in that hot ass weather they wearing ski masks too because
Listen,
it's cold outside?
I'm not gonna defend that. I'm just saying, should the government really make it illegal? Is it really that big of a deal to where the government has to use their
Well, I
resources to
don't think they
target that?
necessarily have to make it illegal. I don't know if they have to make it illegal, but I understand that if you walking around in a ski mask, you're probably up to no good, and that's just a fact.
But why are we doing these generalizations? Because I could say the same thing if you're a white man with a bald head. Oh,